Today's recipe calls for hot, chunky salsa, Jif peanut butter, or whatever brand that you enjoy, soy sauce, ginger minced. I'm using some Mrs. Dash, and also some lime juice that I like to use fresh, but if you don't have fresh, you can certainly use the bottled. I also have my white rice out, and I'll prepare that about an hour just before dinner. I'm going to clean up these little chicken tenders because that's what I'm going to use tonight. I'm sprinkling them with a little bit of baking soda, and I'm just going to give them a good rub down. And that's a great way to be able to clean up your meat along the way, just to make sure that you've gotten any debris that may be in them. Now these have been frozen, so they're still pretty stuck together, so I've got to rinse them anyway. So I'm going to put some nice cool water. I'm going to keep the power down, and anything I need to take off I will. And break them apart, but making sure that I get any little odd pieces off. And we put those into the crock pot. Our chicken is in the crock pot. I'm going to get all this cleaned up, and then we'll be ready to continue with the recipe. Our chicken is in the crock pot, and this is going to be amazing. We're going to prepare from my crock pot book. This is actually one of the original slow cooker books that I got from Amazon. And this particular meal is called Thai chicken. And this time of the year, or actually any time of the year that I'm really busy, I'm always going to go to the crock pot because it is so hands-off. You get things in there and it does the job for you. Now, you just have to be careful about the length of time that you cook because you don't want to overcook your food. So, you do want it done, but not overcooked. So, I have in here a family pack of chicken fingers, little chicken tenders. I'm going to add one whole onion to this. One whole onion. And this is going to cook for about close to probably 4 hours. And so I have my onions in. I also need a little bit of our no salt seasoning. And this time, this is, you can see, this is a supersized bottle of Mrs. Dash that I get. I just put it into the smaller bottles because it's more convenient in the cabinet. But this particular bottle was down to the bare minimum. So I'm just going to add a couple of teaspoons of Mrs. Dash, and this may take care of the rest of it, or it may not. I still have just a little tiny bit left, so we'll finish that up later in the week. All right, so Mrs. Dash taken care of. I'm also going to add ginger. And I like buying my ginger. If I don't buy it fresh, I like being able to purchase it in the tube. And I believe I have to remove the little protective seal. If you get one and that seal is not on it, then take it back to the store because somebody has been in it. You should always have that little protective seal across your tubes, whether it's ginger, whether it's garlic, whether it's tomato paste, whatever it is, there should be a protective seal. So we're going to add, it says about a teaspoon, but if you like ginger, you can certainly add more. Now I'm starting with a teaspoon. And then later, once it has time to start cooking, I can taste it. And if I want to add more ginger, I can certainly do that. That's the advantage of, number one, being the home cook. And to be honest with you, I already know I'm going to need two teaspoons for us. But the advantage of being the home cook is that you can adjust your recipes. A recipe is just a plan for whatever it is that you're going to prepare. Now, this particular recipe calls for a jar, or about a cup, of hot salsa. So this is my hot salsa. And if you're a little sensitive to heat, then you may want to go to a medium or even just a mild. But, you know, it's Thai, so it's supposed to be a little spicy. So I'm going to put in a cup of salsa. And let me get the cup dish. All right, I'm going to pour that in. This one is nice and thick. Then I have to put the spoon to it and get it moving. Okay, there we go. A cup of hot salsa. So I'm going to pour that in. Just kind of drizzle it over all your chicken, and we'll go back and give it a good zhuzh to make sure that we have everything covered. And I'm just going to spread that out a little bit. That's going to also carry a lot of that seasoning. Okay, now you also need some lime. So I have these limes, and I'm going to take a fork and stick it in the lime and turn. And as I turn, it's going to allow all those juices to come out of the lime. Because, you know, sometimes it's a little hard to get the juice out. And that got it started. Oh, that was good. All right, that's one. I cut 2 full limes just in case. And I think I'll save the other lime and actually put some of the lime juice into the white rice that we're going to serve this with. Okay, that got it started there. And let's get the rest of this lime juice into our dish. Oh, it smells so good. Okay, so limes are taken care of. And you know, let me show you this. This particular lime had been sitting in the refrigerator in the drawer. And I went in there and it was like, oh my goodness, I need to use that. And that's one of those things to keep in mind, that when you are purchasing fruits, any type of fresh fruit, you need to keep it somewhere where you can see it, because otherwise it gets lost in the refrigerator and you may end up actually having to throw it away. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to waste anything. All right, we've got our lime juice. We've got our Mrs. Dash in. We've got our ginger in. Now we need some soy sauce. And we need about a tablespoon. So I'm going to eyeball that soy sauce. I'm not going to get crazy with it. And if I need to go back later and add more, I can certainly do that. So I'll keep that soy sauce handy. Now, this particular recipe calls for peanut butter because, you know, peanuts are a big factor in Thai cooking. And we need about a 1/4 cup of peanut butter. So let me get my little measuring cups. Now, peanut butter is one of those things that I keep on my shelf all the time. And it just so happens that this particular measuring set has nice long spoons and it's pretty flat. So I can actually put it into the peanut butter and get the 1/4 cup. And as I'm coming out, I'll just take it and scrape. So there we go. That's ready to go. So I'm going to take a spatula and get all of that into our crock pot. And that's one of those things too that later, once you taste it, if you think it needs a little more peanut flavor, or you could even crumble some peanuts into this recipe. Either way, but we're doing it the budget-friendly way. So unless you happen to have peanut butter or peanuts in your pantry, then that may not be an option. Now, this particular peanut butter is extra crunchy, so I don't need to add the peanuts. They're there. All right, voila. So we have here's the recipe. We're going to set our crock pot on 4 hours on high. And that should give us a very, very good dish. At about 3 hours, I'll come back and check it because, like I said, we don't want to overcook it. So 3 hours, I'll see you then. Our Thai chicken has cooked now for about 3 hours. And that's long enough for me to be able to just take a spoon and taste it to see if I need to adjust the seasonings. Now, this delicious recipe is vibrant. It has such aromatic flavors that will just fill your house. And when it's finished, you know what? You're going to have tender chicken that has a rich blend of tomatoes and lime and garlic and ginger, a little hint of spice, and it's going to be sweet, savory, and tangy. And you know what? The peanut butter that we added to it is just going to take it over the top. And it's going to have just a moment of a little crunch because we added that extra crunchy peanut butter. We are adding additional peanut butter and some of the other spices just to bring out that real Thai flavor. We want to make sure it's got a little heat, a little sweet, and a little nuttiness. My friends, I hope that you're going to try today's Thai chicken. It is really delicious. And I hope you'll pick up this little slow cooker book. It's actually by Crock-Pot, and which is one of the original Crock-Pot, the original slow cooker. And it was very reasonable. So keep that in mind, and I'll have the link down in the description box. Now, if you're not a family member, I hope you will stop right now and hit that subscribe button. That will certainly help me along my life of a home cook journey. And I hope that if you liked it, you'll give me a thumbs up. Now, we are going to finish up this dinner. It's going to be absolutely amazing, and everyone's going to like it. And keep this in mind. This is a great dinner to be able to put together if you are having company over and you have to work that day and you just need your time to prep everything else. I mean, what have we done? We cleaned up the chicken. We could do that in advance. And we had all of our ingredients ready and here in the kitchen. And so it's an easy weeknight, budget-friendly meal. Now, my rice cooker is my go-to tool. And the nice thing is that it has indicators on the side that tell you how much rice to put in for the amount that you want and what your water levels should be. So today we're going to be fixing our rice, and I want about, oh, let's see, about 5 cups. Or we'll see how much I have in this jar. Going to use all of it. I'm going to save a little bit for another night because we may need it, because I already know that our rice is going to double, so we have plenty. Okay, got my rice in here. I'm going to turn the water on low, and I am going to rinse the rice off because rice doesn't come clean. I've rinsed this off 5 times, and I've placed in fresh water up to the joint of my thumb, and that is usually just enough water. I'm also going to add some butter, and it's salted butter for me. That's what I have, so I'm not going to add any additional salt. If you want to add a little pepper or whatever into this, you can certainly do that, but that's up to you. Sometimes I even throw in a little bit of chicken bouillon just to give it a little bit of extra flavor, and I certainly may do that. I hope you enjoyed these recipes as much as I did. And I hope you enjoyed spending the time in the kitchen because it's always a lot of fun. Now, these recipes are healthy, delicious, easy to make, and you know what? So good for your family. Now, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends. And don't forget to click that subscribe button if you are not a member of the family. Come back for more budget-friendly, easy weeknight meals. I'll see you soon.